Hey everybody, it's the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that's dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle or eating just one meal a day. As you can see from the beginning of this video, I am in the beginning phases of our latest snowstorm. It's a pretty large one. It's affecting quite a few people here on the East Coast, particularly here in New England. But I wanted to do a video about an OMAD snow day and what an OMAD snow day looks for me. For people who live in warm climates year-round, you probably won't really understand too much of this video. But for those of us here in New England and places that get a lot of very cold weather during the winters, a lot of snow, this might hit home. At least here in New England, it's kind of like this tradition. It's almost like a school day, when you get a snow day like this. Everybody, the day or two before, the sheep will go out to the grocery store and they stock up on everything. Because as it is with this storm and every other storm we have here every year, it's the worst storm of your life. It's the worst storm that's ever been. So this gets everybody who are, sheeple into a panic. They go out to their grocery stores and they grab everything that they can. And then they have a day off and they sit around and Netflix and chill. In other words, they just sit around watching Netflix, binge watching TV shows, and they buy a ton of snacks. They eat a lot of food. If the weather is, if the storm isn't too bad, often what they'll do is they'll have all of that food and still order pizza, delivery, takeout, that sort of thing. The roads right now are just starting to get kind of crappy, and visibility isn't so great. I'm just moving the cars here so I could kind of do my first round of snow blowing and shoveling. So that when this storm is over, I don't have a foot and a half of snow to try to get rid of. But I wanted to do this video today because I wanted to get this point out that there are other things to do besides doing what everybody else does. And like in this situation, everybody would just be sitting around, being lazy for the day, having a whole bunch of snacks that you don't need, eating multiple times, getting no movement, no energy at all. And sometimes the snow days last for a couple of days. It's a couple of days where you're kind of knocked out and before you go back to work, back to school, whatever you happen to do. So I'm proposing that you guys who live in an environment like I do, do something a little bit different. Don't follow what the sheep will do. And what do I mean by that? Well, here we go. You're going to see some examples of what I'm talking about right now. What am I talking about? Well, first, for starters, get some exercise around your house. I just happen to have a treadmill. I'm on it right now as I'm recording this. And I go for a walk. I go for a jog, whatever I feel like I'm in the mood for. Today, it was a jog for a little bit. Now I'm going for a walk again. Get some movement. Don't just sit down and watch TV like the rest of the sheeple. Don't have a treadmill, don't have a lot of space around you, it's snowing out, do what I do. I like to set a timer for about 30-40 minutes, maybe more if you can hack it. Just walk up and down the stairs. I guarantee you, after about 10-15 minutes, you are going to get one hell of a leg burn. And you're going to burn a lot of calories. And you know what, folks? You don't need any special equipment. You don't need any fancy gym memberships. Just go up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. You'll feel the leg burn for sure. And if you're so inclined to do so, and you usually go to the gym and hit the weights, don't have any weights at home, no problem. Use your body as weights. Do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some squats. The theme here is get up, get moving, make the most of your time. And of course, now we come to the food. I wasn't like the other sheeple who decided to go and raid the grocery stores and buy a whole bunch of junk to keep on hand so that I would have it around and snack all day and sit on my behind and do nothing. I decided to go and raid my freezer, raid my pantry, look in my refrigerator and see what I could find to put together to make a meal. And so that's what we have here. So I've got 2 cheeseburgers with lettuce, ketchup, and mustard. Normally I'd throw maybe some caramelized onions on these or slice a tomato or 2, but I didn't have those, so I didn't fret. just use whatever I had available. Found some French fries in the back of the freezer as well. Had a bag of those, so I went and threw some of those in the oven. And of course I had a handful of almonds and about a dozen strawberries in the bowl. Nice tall glass of water. That's it. That's OMAD for the day. Done. Sometimes these days are an excellent day to do an extended fast if you are so inclined to do so. Folks, it doesn't matter. Take this opportunity to not be a sheeple, to do something a little bit different. You know, we've all been quarantined in this pandemic now for almost a year. We've got this. We know how to do this. Those of you longtime OMADers out there, even people who've been doing it for just a little while, this isn't even a test. It's not even a little blip on your radar. It's just so easy. You get a day like today, you live in a weather pattern like I do here in New England, got some snow days coming, make the best of it. Make it work for you. Get active, do a little exercise around the house, and believe me, you don't even need equipment like I showed you. You could use your house as your gym. Find what you have laying around the house, the freezer, the pantry. Make yourself a meal. Call it a day. There you go, folks. You know, I reminisce today, and I think back to the time when I was a chef in restaurants and I was running restaurants. This time of year, we kind of would do the same thing in the restaurant business, because November and December and even New Year's Eve and day were very busy days for the restaurant business. But as soon as January 2nd comes by, business tanks. And it tanks for a couple of months until about Valentine's Day. Peaks up a little bit, and then it goes back down and hibernates a little bit until the spring gets here in the summer and people start feeling like going out again, especially around Easter, Good Friday, that sort of thing. So what would we do in those situations in the restaurant? Well, instead of spending a lot of money trying to get a lot of new product in to entice people, we knew we weren't going to have a whole ton of people coming in, so we would say, okay, let's go in the pantry, let's go in the freezer, let's see what we have, see what we can use. Are there any sales or anything going on that we have that we could be creative with and do something with, so that we don't have to go out and get and bring things in? Well, you could do the same thing here. Save yourself some money. You know, it's like the person who has a closet full of clothes who complains that they have nothing to wear. If you're flexible and you can, you know, go around and be a little creative, I'm sure what all of you guys have in your pantry, you can make work for at least a couple of days. You probably can go much longer than that if you really had to. So that's all for me for today, folks. Just wanted to do a quick video today about how I like to do my OMAD snow days. Okay, guys, I hope that was very informative. We're already into February right now, so I hope OMAD is going well for you. I hope you're having a really great and happy 2021. But that is it for me for today. Again, the whole message here is be conscious. Don't do what the rest of the sheeple are doing. Get out there, be active, use what you have on hand, and make the best of it. And you're going to find that you will be okay. You will do quite well. You don't have to panic all the time like everyone else does, and as a result, get your cortisol levels up and go out and have a crazy binge. You don't need to do that, and you can make the best of your time at home. I mean, after all, we've been on this quarantine and pandemic for almost a year now, so we should know this by heart. We should have this nice and smooth process where you know, we have to stay indoors for a little bit. We're okay. Those of you who do and who adapt are going to find that you're going to be very successful in your weight loss journey. So that's it for me for today. Hope you guys are having a great day, a very great week. A happy OMAD. Stay safe and be well.